I mean, I've said it for a long time. You know, I've sat here for quite a while. I've been saying that Ten Hag is just not the right man for this job. I've been saying it for ages and ages. I mean, he cannot, simply cannot manage the team next season. But I almost wonder now, they've got a cup final and they've got a few important games that could mean European football next year or not. And at some point, you've got to make a decision, right? Well, there's nothing. They're going to get absolutely hammered by Manchester City. They're going to get annihilated. In fact, Arsenal will smash them to bits at Old Trafford. Newcastle will probably beat them, and I wouldn't even fancy them going to Brighton either. They might not get anything out the rest of the season if they're playing like that. And I just wonder, with so much at stake, even though it's only for 4 games, I wonder whether the board might just have to try to do something here and now and be quite radical about it. I'm not sure. But he cannot, simply cannot manage this team next season. He's not good enough. I've thought it for ages. He's just not good enough to manage Manchester United.
It just fell at the end. But what do you do for the last 4 games? Michael said you've got a big cup final. You can't see where a win's coming from. You look at the last 3 fixtures, even before tonight, look at the game, you can't see where a win.
They've won 1 in 7.
That was against Sheffield United, the team that have been relegated. They can't beat Burnley at home.
Got to try something different.
Anything. Steve McClaren?
Yeah. We've played under Steve McClaren.
Yes.
He's coached us. There is no way, and we had a discussion before, there is no way that his fingerprints are anywhere near that team. He is a brilliant, brilliant coach, and that team is not being coached at all. No way, no way. There's no way Steve McClaren is the first-team coach.
Yeah, he's not touching that team. I don't think...
He's brilliant.
The manager must not be letting him touch that team, because everyone thinks we were a great team that attacked everybody and went at people. Sometimes we played against better teams. Steve McClaren put sessions on to make sure you stopped other teams, getting the distances right, getting your angles right, especially in the centre midfield, all across the midfield. And he has got no impression on that team.
He's... As I've played under.
He's the best coach I ever had.
He's a brilliant, brilliant coach. There is no way on earth, Steve, I'm telling you, that he's got anything to do with coaching that team.
No.
It's impossible. Because that team is absolutely clueless right the way through it. Right the way through it. There's not one thing that I think that works in that team. I don't rate anything about it. Anything. And Steve McClaren is a top operator. And I can only think he's there, you know, there's other people coaching the first team and he's just a bystander.
So you'd be quite happy if Ten Hag went for the last 4 games, including the cup final, Steve McClaren lead the team?
For 4 games, yeah. Well, anything, they're going to get smashed out the ballpark by every team they playing like that today. Manchester City are going to demoralise them at Wembley in front of millions of people. It's embarrassing. That's just embarrassing how they're playing. Something's got to change. I know it's going to change in the summer, but it's got to change. I think it's got to change. Now, there's too many big games. This could, you know, this is European football next year. This is a trophy at the end of the year.
There's not actually that many bad players there, is there?
No,
do you know what I mean? It looks like
that team into a lot better.
Being coached when it comes to being the manager's fault. We had times when... I remember Michael Carrick and Darren Fletcher playing centre-half at times for us. 3 or 4 times, we lose centre-half. So what? It gives you the bigger challenge, you know what I mean? Say, go on, right, come on, we're more determined, but there's just no... It looks like the fight's gone out of them.